Correction of a poorly done hair transplant is possible provided you still have a donor area left. Hello friends, my name is Dr. Krishna. I am a hair transplant surgeon at MedLinks, New Delhi. As we all know, hair transplant has become very popular now. More and more people are aware of this procedure and are seeking this procedure very actively. And because of the increased demand, there has been a mushrooming of hair transplant providers. Now, because of improper qualification, lack of training, lack of ethics, sometimes the results are not as expected, which can happen to anyone. It can happen with the best of the surgeons, it can happen with the best of the team, but the probability of that happening is more when there are lacunae, or let's say the surgery is not executed properly. So what can go wrong? The problem is less growth after a hair transplant. It could be some graft loss, or it could be a complete graft loss. This is rare, but we have seen such poor outcomes. This is fine, it can happen, but when this happens, it is primarily because of totally improper technique. Second complaint is an unnatural hairline, and then third is a combination of both. So you get a less growth and you get an artificial or a unnatural looking hairline. Luckily, most of these times things can be improved and it can be corrected, and that is what we call a repair hair transplant. So when a person gets a hair transplant done and after 1 year doesn't get a satisfactory growth, we do a repair, we do a density enhancement. When a person gets a transplant done and is not happy with the hairline, we can again correct the hairline and give it a better shape and a better appearance. And when the problem is both, things become tricky, but again, if the donor area is available, then things can be improved. Now, what are the reasons of a poor outcome? One is sheer chance. Now, in medical work, even in the best of scenarios, sometimes things go wrong. Like 1 to 2% chance of an improper outcome or a complication is always there. So that's one. But the most common reason is improper technique. The team that has executed your surgery wasn't well qualified, wasn't well trained, and wasn't well experienced in the hair transplant. The patient selection was not good. Either the skin was not normal or the donor area was suboptimal. What we get in a thing called diffuse hair thinning. So because of these reasons, outcome of surgery or the post-operative care was not done properly. So because of these reasons, improper outcome or an unsatisfactory outcome may come. There are two kinds of repair that we have defined. One is a correction surgery where everything was fine, but there was just some lack of density here and there, 300 to 400 grafts. So that's what we call a correction hair transplant or a touch-up. And then a redo surgery when the outcome was really bad and almost a new transplant was needed. So that's called a redo surgery. Now, if we see this patient, for example, he has got a transplant done, but unfortunately things didn't work out properly. Now the person is again almost fully bald. So the challenges that we face in a redo hair transplant is that donor area has already been consumed. That's the main problem, because once a 3000 graft or a 4000 grafts have been extracted from your donor area goes down by that number. That does not grow back. It's a loss from here and it's a loss from here. So that's the main challenge that we face when we have a patient where we need a redo surgery. So the problem is of the donor area, and then we combine whatever we can from the scalp. We take beard hair, we take body hair, and we give some density. The result will never be like what the first surgery can do. So the first surgery is the best chance of getting the good result, but things can be improved. So for this patient, we have put a separate video. The link of that is in the description section. You can see that video and have a better understanding of what we did in this patient. If the donor area is adequate, so suppose the surgery that was done was a small surgery, 1000 graft, 1500 graft procedure, then it's fine. Then we still have a good donor area and we can take up the patient as a fresh case altogether. Second scenario is when the person gets a good result, but some shortcomings at the hairline area. Now this is an easy fix. We can take hair from the chest, we can take hair from the scalp donor area if that's available, and we can put that strategically. We'll put singles strategically over this area and give a much better natural looking appearance. And when we are faced with this kind of a scenario, when person has a low hairline, so there are two scenarios when we talk of improper hairline. One is a very high hairline. That's an easier fix because lowering the hairline is not a problem. You can always add more. The problem happens when the hairline is very low or very straight. That is when we face a challenge. So in such a scenario, we actually take out extra hair from the unwanted areas and we put it on the areas where it should be. So in this case, we did a new hair transplant. We took out hair from the area where the hairline went very low. We took out the plugs and then redistributed them. We took some hair from his donor area from the back of the scalp and put it inside the less dense area to give a much natural, much pleasing hairline and overall much better look. So to summarize, a correction of a poorly done hair transplant is possible provided you still have a donor area left. So that's the bottleneck, because when a transplant is done, your donor area is reduced by that number. So if the donor area is present, we can take hair from the scalp, beard, body, then a correction is always possible. Of course, the outcome will never be what a good first hair transplant could have done, because the donor is less, so we are going to the body, hair, etc. Also, the skin is not normal here. So whenever a transplant is done, the recipient area gets scarred, and it's called microscarring. It will look fine from the top, but there are scars inside the skin. So a graft, what we call the graft uptake, may not be as good as it can happen in a virgin skin, untouched skin. So that's the second problem in correction hair transplants. So our best bet is doing the hair transplant correct at the first time. If unfortunately that didn't work, then depending on the donor area, corrections are possible. When subtle corrections are needed, you are just gonna make some temples, just improve the shape of the hairline, or just make the hairline a bit natural looking. These things are easy because the restriction of donor area is not there. You can easily use chest hair and stuff and recreate the triangles and a soft hairline. The problem occurs when we have a redo surgery, as we discussed. When we again have to do a 3000 or a 3500 graft procedure, that is when challenges happen. But most of the time, improving the look is possible. So if you have got a transplant done and are not happy with the result, do consult a experienced hair transplant surgeon, and he or she will suggest you a way out and things can get better. So don't lose hope and stay positive, stay healthy. Thank you.